James McCosh Clark was Mayor of Auckland in the 1880s. He was a successful businessman until many of his ventures failed during the Depression of the 1880s, which caused him to return to England for the last decade of his life. He was the son of Archibald Clark. Clark was born in Beath, Scotland, in 1833, the eldest son of the merchant Archibald Clark and his first wife, Margaret McCosh. He was educated at Logs. Archibald Clark decided to emigrate to New Zealand with his third wife and 4 children. The family left London on the bark Thames on 18 July 1849 and arrived in Auckland on 25 November. He joined the volunteer forces and was a captain in the invasion of Waikato in 1863. Clark joined his father's company as a partner in 1856 or 1857. And the company was renamed Archibald Clark and Sons. They manufactured clothing and were a wholesaler, at one time employing some 500 staff. Clark became the senior partner following his father's death in October 1875. He was involved in numerous other companies. His investment in the Moanataiari gold mining company made him a rich man. Moanataiari is now a suburb of Thames in the Coromandel. Together with Logan Campbell, Gustav and Heyde, John McEffer Shera and others, Clark set up the New Zealand Freight Company in 1872, which amalgamated with the New Zealand Shipping Company the following year. All the Auckland shipping owners combined into one company in 1881, the Northern Steamship Company, of which Clark was appointed one of the directors. The Depression in the second half of the 1880s affected this company, but Clark managed to secure the services of a new managing director in 1888 who could turn the situation around. Clark was one of the financial backers of business entrepreneur Thomas Russell, who in 1859 had founded the New Zealand Insurance. The group of businessmen and companies behind Russell became known as the Limited Circle, and they were financing much of the development of Auckland. The funds came from the proceeds of the Thames Gold Rush. Members of the Limited Circle founded the Bank of New Zealand in 1861 and Clark was on the board of directors. He was president of the Auckland Chamber of Commerce in 1879 a circumflex 1881. With Josiah Firth, Clark established the Tiro Battery Company, a gold mining company. It was one of the many speculative deals which did not go well, and the Depression in the second half of the 1880s necessitated a sale, which was done in 1887 incurring great loss. The Thames Valley and Rotorua Railway Company was another such venture. It built parts of the Rotorua and Kinleith branches before its collapse. While Archibald Clark and Sons prospered, several other of Clark's businesses failed, and having lost his high standing in society, he took his family back to England in 1889. Clark was a member of the Auckland Provincial Council, representing the Newton electorate on the 6th Council from December 1869 to September 1870. He was Mayor of Auckland from 1880 to 1883. In November 1880, 1881 and 1882, respectively, he was elected unopposed on all occasions. During his term in office, the first tramway was constructed, and the site for the Auckland Town Hall was purchased. Clark's council also decided on the site of the library and art gallery, still occupied today by the Auckland Art Gallery. On retiring from the mayoralty, he was given a telescope in appreciation of his services. In 1886 a circumflex 1887, Clark represented the Grafton ward as a councillor. Other local body roles included the chairmanship of the Auckland Harbour Board and of the Education Board. Clark stood for Parliament on 3 occasions. In the 1875 a circumflex 76 general election, he was nominated by Thomas Peacock, but unsuccessfully contested the Auckland East electorate against William Lee Rees, polling 266 votes against 300. Clark then contested the Auckland East electorate in the 1879 general election against William Spate, and was narrowly defeated with 363 to 371 votes.